social now. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. The new Now 99 WNRR. Streaming digital radio.
Well, here we are, part 4, the final interview with Desolation Sound as Artists of the Month. So here we go, once again, I'll ask some questions.
Another question I'd like to ask you, gentlemen. Where do you record your music? Do you go to a studio or do you at home? Or?
Yeah, a little of both, actually, right?
A little bit of both. We've gotten pretty good at doing our own demos, which is really fun, and it's been very helpful with this whole coronavirus. And so we get some pretty high quality demos done. Darvis is a wizard with computers, and so is Tom. And so we get some pretty good demos going. And then the real recording we've done was down at Studio X in Seattle with Adam Casper and John Auer. And that was a fantastic experience. It was originally called Bad Animals, and it was started by the band Heart in like 1979. Oh. And every Seattle band and every other major band practically has done some incredible recording there. When we went to go and record there, unfortunately, it was in this part of town called Belltown in Seattle that has really gotten, gentrified, and prices have gone through the roof. So they did have to move. Luckily, they didn't close, but they did have to move, and they found this old abandoned church up kind of on Capitol Hill. And so I call it the Church of Sound, and it was a really, I can't wait to go back there and record again. Yeah, it's a great studio.
It's like Abbey Road in this country, isn't it? Famous Abbey Road studios. They all say it's got this presence. I've actually been outside it, and looked at all the people have written all over it, and I've actually walked across the crossing. So, but that's an iconic studio, that is.
I was going to say one of my favorite bands is The Church, and so it was really kind of cool to not only go and record with Adam Casper, who's been with the likes of Nirvana and Soundgarden and the likes, and then have a church that we actually were recording in. And I love the band The Church. It just kind of all came together and seemed like it was somewhat poetic.
Hey, and Scott, you had your The Church t-shirt on.
I had my shirt. Yeah, I happened to be wearing that t-shirt that day. That was awesome.
That was perfect.
It was so cool.
Of your tracks that you've got, have you got a favourite? Which one do you think is your best track?
Arms Around You. Yeah. Arms Around You, probably.
Yeah, I thought you'd say that.
That's our favorite.
Yeah,
we all like that one.
I can definitely get behind that. That song, to me, is something I was trying to say something simple and a little bit poetic, but it's not super complicated. What I'm singing about on that song is a universal feeling of just feeling like, a little just overwhelmed and depressed with the world and the state of affairs, and just taking a little solace in the arms of someone you love. That's all it is. And it's just a pop song, but it's got this beautiful bass line that Darvis plays that's super hooky and catchy, and Scott just plays the perfect drums on it, and Tom plays it. Yeah, it really
his head's
makes
swelling. His head's swelling here. But one thing strikes me, you guys. Sorry.
I was going to say, the one thing I learned from, if you listen to our recordings, it's like, it's really common for a drummer to want to do too much, and show off and say, hey, this is what I can do. But I really learned from Adam at our recording, and you'll listen to the drum tracks. I'm just trying to lay a groove down, and when there's a fill, I tried to keep it simple and just tasteful enough to pull off what we were going after without trying to show off. It was really hard for me to hold back on some of those things, but it really did end up working for us. I think in the end, it came together really good. But anyway, I just wanted to throw those 2 cents in there.
Here. The drums sound great. The fills are perfect. Yeah, every now and then we'd like, hey, Scott, throw a big fill in there, man. Go right.
Well, we're working on a new song now, and they're like, we want you to take a 2-bar solo, just kind of not, nothing crazy, just kind of fill in these bars. I'm like, geez, I'm not used to having a spotlight like that. I got to really put some thought into this.
Give him a drum solo. Half hour later, he stops. Yeah.
Right.
Hey, if nothing else, it's a good time to go, get a beer while the drums.
Yeah, there you go. Solo. Yeah, there you go.
Well, there you go, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. That was the final part 4 of the interview Artist of the Month, Desolation Sound. We'll be back very soon with another Artist of the Month very soon, so keep listening.